In this residential care home in Queensland, a worker picks up the pieces after an alleged attempted assault.
They brought back around 4 other young people, and for attention and for social media, they completely destroyed the house and tried to target myself as well. You do think of those scenarios of going, if they did get through, what's going to happen to me?
We're protecting this worker's identity because they've been told not to speak out by the organisation they work for. The worker says they've witnessed horrific scenes in residential care, including a 14-year-old girl trying to stab a colleague with this weapon.
When you think youth worker, you think playing guitars, we're all in it together. But in reality, we are on the front line of youth being homeless, becoming criminals. We are the last hope for a lot of these kids.
An 18-month commission of inquiry into child safety begins on the 1st of July. The sector is calling for bold reform, including the urgent take-up of an independent complaints process.
Queensland's residential care system has faced what seems to be unending demand, with over 2,200 children currently placed in care, which is 40% of Australia's total residential care placements. We are yet to see any dedicated funding commitments to implement that independent process, and we are really keen to understand from government how they will be prioritising that work.
This worker left the sector after their complaints fell on deaf ears. They don't trust the department or providers to investigate complaints themselves.
Youth workers have a genuine fear of retribution from the company they work for, as well as child safety.
In another residential care home, a teenage girl laughs and threatens to start a fire. Workers rush to turn off the gas and block the stove. Hours earlier, they broke up a fight between the girl and her housemate. The chaos continued days later as the girls damaged property and threatened to assault a worker with garden lamps. A worker familiar with the case said the girls were heavily traumatised and should not have been placed together. They claim when the girls were first introduced, they had to be physically separated after getting into a punch-up. The Child Safety Minister says she's asked for interim reports throughout the inquiry and says she'll act on those, including if it recommends urgent change to the current complaints process. Yet, while workers sometimes feel in danger, they don't blame the children.
It's so easy to go lock those kids up. They're bad kids, they should be in jail. Where are their parents? When really no one knows what these kids' backgrounds are.
And some of the experiences they go through would make anyone crawl into a fetal position and cry.